All right, please. All right, Ms. Jenkins, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On March 15th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer.
All right, buckle up, folks, because we've got a serious case unfolding here. Miss Jenkins is facing some serious charges: assault to a family member, with jail time and a hefty fine on the table. But here's the kicker. We've got conflicting stories. It's not just about who did what. It's about the physical evidence, witness testimony, and the whole dynamic of this relationship. It's a mess.
Was dispatched to a family dispute. The officer met with the defendant who stated that the complainant is her common-law husband. The defendant stated that the defendant attacked her and physically pulled her out of a vehicle and slapped her twice. The officer then met with the complainant who stated that the defendant attacked him and by striking him multiple times in his face, bit him on his nipple and felt a sharp pain on the back of his neck. The officer observed the defendant to have a bite mark on his nipple and a scratch mark.
This is where the drama really hits the fan. We've got a protective order in play now. And trust me, violating this order is no joke. If Jenkins even looks at her accuser wrong, it could lead to a violation charge, which is about as bad as it gets. And then there's that bit about the kids' image and how their lives are being shaped by all of this. That's a heavy moment.
On the back of his neck. Officers then spoke with a witness who stated they observed the defendant attack the complainant and continue even after they intervened. Officers observed no injuries on the defendant.
Any priors against this?
No.
And do we know what he wants? Ms. Jenkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. There is a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. I don't know if this person wants to have contact with you. So until I know, I'm going to order you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons.
So he would still like contact from what I can read here.
Is that from
He
a
said
rip?
he wants, it's from a rip.
When was it performed?
The rip was performed today at 9:14 a.m.
Okay, what?
He basically said that he wants to drop the charges.
I'm ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact against this person. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing, it doesn't matter what you think, it's what he perceives. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'll take a look at it to see whether you qualify. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign it. Okay? Please. I'm looking at the order for protection now.
Here's the reality check. The judge is giving a tough but fair warning. If Jenkins keeps clashing with the complainant, it could land her in even deeper trouble. And here's the big takeaway. Self-control is the difference between walking free and landing in a cell. If the kids are watching this chaos, what do you think they're going to take away from it? So, what would you do in her shoes? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it.
Who is the complaining witness? What's the relation? It's boyfriend, right?
Yeah, 3 kids together.
Stop. No.
I'm looking now. We do not.
It's the guy, right?
It's the guy, and I don't have anything when I click on his name. And then when we tried to make contact with him, he got quite irate and said he didn't want to comply.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because in these order for protections, there is a residential restriction that prohibits you from going back to residence of where this person lives or where this person works. So that's why I was deciding whether to keep this on or take it off. The problem is that I don't want you guys to get in another situation where you're going to end up back in custody with a new case because you guys keep butting heads. So you need to be very careful. If you got a bunch of kids with this person and you guys are constantly butting heads, you're the one that's going to end up in jail with a new case if you guys start going at it again. You understand?
Yes.
So you need to be very, very careful, especially if you have a temper. If you, look, 99% of the people that are in jail now are there because they have no self-control. They wig out and they do whatever they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? And sometimes you have but a second to reflect. Use self-control, especially if you have kids, because if your kids see this violence, what do you think they're going to do? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. If you are like this and the kids see this, they'll be like, just like you. I'm going to take the residential restriction off. The only thing I'm counseling you is be careful, especially if you guys butt heads a lot. All right.
Okay.
You've got a great lawyer here. He will take care of you. Just listen to him if there's ever any issues. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
So they're going to file no contact, no weapons. I think that, let me see if we already have it. We do. So we'll have you sign the conditions now, and then after that, you're free to go. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
First.